Welcome to Yoga with AJ, Aparajita Jamwal, AJ for short, that's me. And we're going to do a few more poses to take our practice further with waking up the spine. So we start with twisting poses today, and we're also going to revisit a few poses we did last time and go through the Surya Namaskar slowly one more time. So let's get started. So we start out in Sukhasana, easy pose. You just have your feet resting under your knees. Straighten up your back, bring the navel, the heart and the crown of the head all in one nice straight line. Roll up your shoulders, take a deep breath in and press them down. Inhale deeply, interlock your fingers, loosen yourself up and now stretch up gently. Relaxing the shoulders down into their sockets, stretching your palms up towards the sky and pulling up the side body. Feel yourself opening up, feel the stomach rising up. Nice and gentle, and as you exhale, bring the hands down. Just loosen up the head, bring the chin up and down, waking up your neck and your throat, relaxing your jaw, relaxing the skin of your forehead. Turn up the corners of your mouth. Nice smile on your face, relax the arms, relax the elbows, just waking up the neck. Couple of times up and down, couple of times to the side, and looking to your right, looking to your left. Keep the back nice and straight. Pull the stomach up. Relax and breathe as you move, coming to the center now. And we're going to do a gentle twist. So just twisting towards your right side and then twisting towards your left. Keep twisting, keep waking up the spine. Just a couple of times. Now bring the arms up, stretch up, move as much as you can through the upper back. So we're not coming into the lower back, not crunching the lower back, just keeping the upper back engaged. And then bring your arm down, bring it down to your knee and wrap the other arm around your waist. Try and look over your shoulder. Whichever arm you want to start with, the right or the left, whatever feels good to you. Continue to stay here for a few breaths, keeping the back nice and straight, shoulders relaxed, chest nice and open, chin parallel to the floor. Take one more breath here and switch sides. Wrapping your arm around your waist from behind, stretching, using your hand on your knee, just to open up the upper back, not crunching down into the lower back. Look over your shoulder. Relax the shoulders, open up the chest, breathe well. And come back. Take a moment to connect to yourself. Connect with your breath. Bring one hand onto your heart, the other hand onto your navel. Take a deep breath in. Let the abdomen expand. Let the chest rise gently. As you exhale, allow the chest to fall. Allow the abdomen to retreat back into its home. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully and relax. So we come into another pose, just seated, Vajrasana. So you're making a nice seat for yourself, big toes touching, heels going out to the side. Inhale, stretch your arms up, relax the shoulders down into their sockets, look straight ahead of you, focus on a spot. Stretch your palms up towards the sky. Gently bring the arms down. Turn your toes under you, really stretching out your feet this time, pressing down into the floor. Take a deep breath in, stretching your arm one more time to the side. Look over your shoulder, pull your stomach up, straighten up your back. And stretching the other way. Just for a few breaths, 2 breaths here. One more time. Stretch over your right shoulder. One more time, stretch over your left shoulder, just waking up the side body now. And come onto your hands and knees, coming into a nice tabletop. Inhale, stretch your head up, bring your chest up. Exhale, pull the belly into the spine. So you're in the cat pose, your hands are in line with your shoulders, hands are shoulder width apart. Inhaling as you come up, knees and hips in one line. Looking at your navel as you come in. Stretching up one more time. One last time. Pull the stomach in. And come back to a neutral spine. Curl your toes under. Sit back once more. So we're going to try to use our hands and sit up. If you can, play around, come to prayer, sit up without using your hands, using your stomach, using your thighs. So you're balancing on your ankles, on your toes. Try it out a couple of times. Now bring your right hand to your left knee, curl your left hand behind you, twist one more time, waking up the side body, trying to balance there. You might drop out of it, try coming back there, twist over the other side, really using your ankles, your toes, your stomach, your thighs, keeping your back nice and straight. Come back to the center, bring your hands down, press the heels down, keep the knees gently bent, slowly come up one vertebra at a time, letting your head come up last. And come to the front of your mat. We'll start out with a gentle Surya Namaskar, sun salutation. Your legs are nice, strong. Spread your toes, pick them up and press them gently down into your mat. Pull up your stomach, pull up your leg muscles, make them nice and firm. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, bring your hands to prayer position. Inhale and stretch up. Gently arch back. Exhale, reach forward, bend your knees if you need to. Bring the hands down to the floor if you can. Fingers and toes in one line. Fold your head in. Stretch your right leg back. Bring the knee down onto the mat. Make sure your left knee and your ankle are in one straight line. Stretch up to the sky, either up on your fingertips, or if you can bring one palm down, if you can bring the other palm down. So you're gently pressing down with your hands, stretching up with your upper body. Curl your right toe under, pick up the right knee. Come to a nice straight position through your leg and your back. Stretch the other leg back. Nice push-up position. Take a deep breath in. Press away from the floor. As you exhale, bring the knees down. Bring the chest and then the chin down. Inhale, stretch up. Keep the elbows bent. Press the tops of the feet down. Look up at the sky. Curl the toes under. Press up into inverted V. Try and bring your heels down to the mat if you can. If your hamstrings are not yet awake, you can bend the knees here. Keep them soft. Press away from the mat with your hands if you're ready to. Take a deep breath. Bring your right foot back in front. Now, if you're not able to bring your foot here, you can take 2 steps, wiggle your toes forward, or bring your left knee down and then step the right foot forward. Whatever feels good to you. Stretch the left leg back. Look up towards the sky, pressing down with your hands. Curl the left toe under. Take a giant step forward. Now we are back where we started, ready to come up. Gently curl your head in towards your knees. Try and keep contact with the floor. If you can, bring your palms down with your knees bent. Or if you're very flexible, perhaps your legs will be straight here. Relax the lower back. Inhale and stretch up. At the top, at the very top, gently arch back. Bring the hands down by your sides. Let's try that on the left. Bring your hands to prayer position. Straighten up your back. Inhale and stretch up. Reach forward and down. Bend your knees if you need to. Inhale, bring the left leg back. Press the top of the foot down. Look up. Curl your left toe under. Press up to a nice straight position. Slide the right leg back. Open up your fingers nice and wide. In your push-up position, your hands are shoulder width apart, neck, back, hips all in one straight line. Bring the knees and the chest and the chin down. Inhale and slide forward and up. Curl the toes under. Press up into that inverted V. Try and bring your heels down. Straighten the legs if your lower back and your knees feel good about it. If your lower back is tight or your hamstrings are feeling really stretchy or tight, bend the knees slightly. Now one more time, stepping forward with the left leg. If you need to, bring the right knee down and then bring the left foot forward. Stretch back as much as you can. Stretch up towards the sky. Curl the right toe under and gently step forward one more time. Curl the head into the knees. Inhale, stretch forward like a table and gently arch back. Exhale, bring your hands down. So let's try that one more time, flowing through the breath with every movement this time. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, bring your hands to prayer position. Inhale and stretch up, gently arch back. Exhale, reach forward and down. Bring your hands down to the floor if you can. Tuck your head in. Inhale, stretch your right leg back. Bring the knee down onto the mat. Look up. Retain the breath. Holding the breath, sliding the left leg back to push-up position. Body in a straight line. Exhale. Knees, chest and chin down. Inhale, slide up. Elbows bent and tucked into the body. Shoulders relaxed. Curl the toes under. Press up to inverted V. Try and bring your heels down onto the mat. Hips highest point in the body. Inhale and bring your right foot forward between your hands. Stretch the left leg back on the floor. Look up. Exhale. Bring the left foot forward. Take a giant step forward. Curl the head. Inhale and stretch up. Gently arching back at the top. Exhale. Bring your arms down again. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, come to prayer. Inhale and stretch up. Exhale and down. Inhale, left leg back, knee on the mat, toe stretched out, look up. Retain the breath. Come to push-up position. Exhale, knees, chest and chin down. Inhale, slide forward and up. Elbows tucked in, press the feet down. Curl the toes under, press up to inverted V. Inhale, big step forward with the left. Bring the right knee down onto the mat, look up. Exhale, bring the right foot forward, curl the head in towards the knees. Inhale and stretch up. Gently arch back. Exhale, bring your arms by your side. One more time on the right. Inhale as you exhale, bring to prayer position. Inhale and stretch up. Exhale, reach forward and down. Inhale, right leg back. Look up. Retain the breath. Left leg, come to push up. Exhale, knees, chest and chin down. Inhale, slide forward and up. Exhale, inverted V. Inhale, bring the right foot forward. Look up. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Fold the head in. Inhale and stretch up. Gently arch back. Exhale, bring your arms by your side. Try the same thing on the left, one last time. And inhale as you exhale, come to prayer. Inhale and stretch up. Exhale, reach forward and down. Inhale, left leg back. Knee on the mat, looking up, holding the breath, retaining the breath, bring the right leg back. Exhale, knees, chest and chin down. Inhale, slide forward and up. Exhale, inverted V. Bring the hip up as high as you can. Inhale, bring the left foot forward between the hands. Look up. Exhale, bring the right foot forward, fold the head in towards the knees. Inhale and stretch up, gently arch back. Exhale, bring your arms by your side. Separate your feet, bring them hip width apart. Bring your hands to prayer, relax the shoulders, relax the elbows. Just take a few deep breaths here. Connect with yourself, connect with your breath. And gently lower your hands, bring your feet back together. So now we come to the chair pose, only you have no chair. You're going to pretend you're sitting on a chair. Bring the feet nice and firmly down into your mat, bring the legs together, pull up the stomach and gently sit back in your imaginary chair. Just trying this for a few seconds. See how your back feels. If it's arching, you need to pull your stomach in and round the back and gently come back up. You should have felt your glutes, your thighs and your stomach working a little bit. No pressure in your lower back. So let's try that once with the arms now. Bringing the arms up. If your shoulders allow you, you can bring the palms together in a nice namaste. If not, have them apart, just in line with the shoulders. Take a deep breath in and sit back in your chair. Holding here for a few breaths now. Rounding the lower back, not letting it arch. Bringing it nice and easy. Look up at your hands if you like. Pressing down into the floor with your feet. Making the glutes, the hamstrings, the quadriceps, all the muscles of the thighs nice and firm. Staying here for a few more breaths. And gently come back up. Bring the arms down. Let's try that one more time. Shake your legs out if you feel they work too much. So you have your feet together. Legs nice and firm. Gently draw the arms up. Take a deep breath in. And sit back in that chair one more time. Making sure your lower back is safe. It's not arching. You can look up at your hands if you like. Relax the shoulders down into their sockets. Make those legs work for you. Holding here for a few breaths. And gently come back up, using your thighs to come up. Relax, release the arms, shake the legs out. To wake up the back a little bit more, measure out your feet. So 1 foot distance, that's hip distance. So we'll do that. Come to hip distance. Bend the knees, keep them nice and soft, and just roll down towards the floor. Relax the lower back. Make sure the knees and the feet are facing in the front. Twist from the upper back towards your right. Come back to the center, gently going to the left. So try and keep your knees stable where they are. Try not to twist the knees and the hips. Both the hips are square, facing the front. Going back to the right, moving to the left again. Making sure both your hips, your knees and your feet are still facing in the front. While you open up side body gently. Let's try a gentle twist now. Come on to the fingertips of your right hand, just in between, just a little ahead of both your feet. From the middle and the upper back, twist up, using your stomach to help you twist. Bring the left arm up. If your neck allows you, look up at your hand, otherwise continue to look in front or just relax the neck down to the floor, whatever feels good. Holding here for a few breaths, and when I say breaths, I mean breathe in, breathe out, relax, connect with yourself. Take another deep breath in. If you're out in the open, look up at the sky. If you're at home, look up at your ceiling. Check out what's happening up there. Relax your hand. Come back to the floor. Bring your left hand down onto the fingertips. Stretching to your right side now. Pulling up the right arm. Working through the middle back, not the lower back. The lower back is nice and stable in line with the hips. Just the upper back's twisting. Trying to bring your arms in one straight line through your heart, relaxing the shoulder down into its socket. Don't overextend the arm, just have it nice and straight. Don't let it go behind you. Stretch up with your back. Take another deep breath in, come down to the floor. Let's try a stronger stretch this time. You can have your palm on the floor and keep the knees bent. See if that feels good. Stretch up towards the sky. Holding here for 3 breaths. Exchange. Bring your left hand down. Remember to keep your hips and your knees and your feet facing the same way. One more breath here. Come down to the floor. This time straightening up the legs. See if your legs allow you to stretch. If not, you can still have your knees bent. And if it's tough for you to be down on the floor, perhaps you have a little stool or a yoga block in front of you. And that will make things easy for you. So you either have your knees bent or straight, whatever your body is allowing you, and stretch up to the sky. Or if this is too high for you, try another position here or lower here, whatever feels good. If you can, flexible enough, pull the kneecaps up, press the palm down into the floor and then stretch up. Change sides. And come back, relax the knees, relax the neck and the shoulders, loosen up and gently roll up, keeping the knees slightly soft. Shake the legs out. You must have felt a stretch in the back of your hamstrings as well. So we're ready to deepen our stretch. This time you're going to come into a nice straddle pose. So stepping your legs 4 to 5 feet apart, nice and wide. Your legs nice and firm, straight, pulling up the kneecaps, pressing down into the pinky side of your foot, the outer edge of your foot. You can have your feet slightly turned in, toes coming in towards the center, activating the inner thigh and the glute muscles. Bring your hands to your hips. Take a deep breath in. We are reaching forward this time. Not twisting yet, just reaching forward. See how that feels. Try and bring your back into a nice straight line, in line with your buttocks. And come back again. Using your stomach. One more time. Come back into a nice flat, straight back. Now, if you can reach the floor, bring the fingertips down. If not, come back up, grab your yoga block, put it down there. You can use 1 or 2, you can have 1 on either side, you can just have 1 in the center and stretch forward. Feel that forward bend. So the backs of the legs are stretching, you're bending from the hips, the stomach is activated, you're stretching forward. Think of going forward rather than down. This time bring both the fingertips down. If not, you're going to be on your yoga blocks. come down to the floor. Try and bring your palms down and then walk your hands back. Bring them down in line with your feet. Toes and fingers in line with each other. Stretch up gently towards the sky. Kind of a hollow concave back. And then slowly roll down. Relax your forehead, relax your head, relaxing down towards the floor. And gently resting your upper body, relaxing your shoulders. Coming back up. See if you can bring your hands back to your hips. And slowly come back up, keeping the legs nice and straight. So we are in Prasarita Padottanasana. That's quite a tongue twister. So let's try that one more time. Bring your hands to your hips, gently reaching forward. And if you're happier with your hands far forward, you can stay right there. If you're ready, you can gently walk back, bringing your hands in line with your feet, fingers and toes in line with each other, resting in the middle, right between your legs. And the full pose goes with the head down on the floor. But if you're not ready to go there, that's fine. Relax your upper body, keep the legs nice and straight, staying here for a few breaths. Pull up the kneecaps, press down into the outer edges of the feet, ankles nice and firm, and try and rest the upper body. Relax the back, keep stretching forward, bringing your buttocks up towards the ceiling, tailbone coming up towards the ceiling. Holding here for a few more breaths. And gently walk forward, bring your hands back to your hips. Come up using your stomach. And you can gently either walk your feet in, just jump in, whatever feels good to you. Shake those legs out. You must have felt that in the back of the legs. We're going to try this one more time with the twist. So you're nice, wide, 4 to 5 feet apart. Both the toes in one line. Bring your hands to your hips. Reach forward. Now remember, if you're using a chair or a stool or a block, you bring it right into the middle, in line with your toes. Bring the right hand down. Rest it wherever you're going to rest, on a stool or a chair, and twist your left arm up. If you don't need that height, you can be lower. Or if you don't need the block at all, either resting your fingertips or your palm down onto the floor, right between both the feet, stretching up towards the sky. Again, make sure it's not crunching your lower back, you're just stretching your upper back, opening up the side body, hand moving away from you, nice and straight, breathing here for a few breaths. Engage the legs, don't let them relax completely. Make sure that the leg muscles are pulled up. Your hamstrings are working really hard. Connect with your breath. Try and focus on your breath for a few more seconds. Gentle breath in, long and deep exhalation, and bring the arm down. Stretching to the other side this time. Pulling the right arm up, stretching towards the right side this time. Left hand pressing down gently into the floor, pressing away from the floor. Don't collapse into your wrist or your elbow. Press away from the floor using the muscles in your arm. Pull up the kneecaps and take one more deep breath in here. Exhale, bring the arm back down to the floor or onto your block, whatever feels good. Bring your hands to your hips and come back up. Jump in or just walk in. Shake those legs out. And we're ready to go down to the floor now. So coming somewhere to the middle of your mat, resting down. Bring your hands down onto the floor. Again, knee and ankle of your right leg in one straight line. So you might be stretched back with your leg open, the front thigh, or you might not have that openness in your hip just yet. You might be a little higher here, and that's fine too. So we're going to try a twist in this position. So your right knee and ankle in one straight line, hips nice and square facing the same direction, and bring your left elbow to your right knee. See if you can balance here. If you can balance, wrap the right arm behind your waist and just twist over your right shoulder. If you need to, you can curl your toe under to plug yourself in to balance, or you can have your legs stretched back whatever feels good to you, holding here for a few seconds. Release your right arm, come back to the center, come back to a nice relaxed position. Let's switch sides. Bring the right leg down, left leg up, again check, left knee, ankle in one straight line. Come to a nice balance first. Both hips facing the same way. Don't let the right hip open up, don't let it sink. Nice and straight. Find your balance, bring your right elbow to your left knee. And you can allow the arm to be here. Continue to stretch and then wrap your left arm behind you and look over your left shoulder. See if you can balance here. Holding here for a few more breaths. And release. Come back to the center. Switch legs again. This time if you feel your leg is a little more open, you can stretch it back. You always have the option to stay higher. Have a blanket under your knee. Make sure the ankle and the knee are in one straight line. We're going to try a slightly deeper twist if you feel ready for it. If not, don't stress your lower back. Just go back to the same twist where you have your left elbow on your right knee and you're looking over with your arm wrapped behind. If you feel you can balance there really well, you can bring both hands to prayer position and continue to stretch. And gently come back to the center. Relax. Change legs. Shake those legs out if they're feeling really tight. Shake them out. Relax them. Stretch the other leg back. Again, you have the option to stay up higher and repeat this stretch just the way we did last time. Or you can go a little deeper into the stretch. Make sure you're keeping your back really nice and safe. We don't want you to twist more than what your back is allowing you to. That can hurt you. You can hurt your hip and your lower back. So you bring your right elbow to your left knee this time. Bring your hands to prayer if you can balance. And look over your left shoulder. Opening up the hip and the side body. And gently release the pose. Bring your hands back. Step your left leg back. Sit back on your heels. You shouldn't be feeling any pain in your lower back while doing the twisting poses. Remember not to let your lower back scrunch as you do that. And everybody has a different flexibility in their hips. So as open as your hip joints are, allow yourself to stretch gently in this pose. So we are sitting back on our heels in Vajrasana, Thunderbolt pose. And we're going to reach forward in child's pose. Relax the forehead down onto the mat. Relax the hands next to the feet. Continue to stay there. If your hips are not resting on your heels and you're a little higher, it's alright. If your forehead doesn't reach the floor, you can either use a yoga block or just double up your hands and rest your forehead on your hands. Relax the shoulders, just breathe here. We're releasing the lower back completely. Staying here for 3 to 4 more breaths. And gently use your hands, sit up, bringing your head up last. So we come to a seated pose now. We're going to do the half spinal twist. Ardha Matsyendrasana. Ardha Matsyendrasana. You have both your legs nice on the floor. Start out in Dandasana, back nice and straight. And if you don't feel comfortable here, if your back kind of collapses, you can have a blanket under your hips at all times when you're doing these kind of poses, or just roll up your mat and give yourself that little extra support under your hips so that your back can straighten up. So in this pose, we have our legs nice and straight. The right leg is stretched out, the back of the knee stretched. Bend the left leg in. The foot is close to the leg. It's not away, it's fairly close to the leg. Straighten up your back as much as you can. And again, we're twisting the entire spine this time. So you're going to bring your right hand onto your left thigh. Bring your left hand behind you. If you can, raise the right arm. Stretch it forward over the left knee without scrunching the knee in. So the knee stays where it is. If your right shoulder can come ahead of your knee and roll it forward, then you're ready to hold on to your ankle. If not, that's fine. Just press the elbow against the knee, straighten up the back a little bit more. Try not to lean on that hand behind you. You can come up on the fingertips or be nice and flat, just a few inches away from your spine. Keep the right leg active and twist over your left shoulder. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, twist. Every time you inhale, imagine you can sit up a little higher. Every time you exhale, imagine you can twist a little bit more. Again, you shouldn't be feeling any pressure in your lower back. You will feel your hip working. If you can hold on to your ankle, we hold the ankle. If not, we have the elbow bent and pressed against the knee, stretching over, keeping the neck nice and long. Chin parallel to the floor. Breathing here for a few more breaths. Gently release the pose, come back to the center. We try the same thing on the other side. So the left leg is straight this time, bend the right knee in towards you. It's not close to the buttock, it's somewhere near the knee perhaps. And if this posture is difficult for you to twist, you can even have the foot resting next to the calf. So nice straight left leg, bent right knee. Inhale deeply, bring the left arm up. Try and bring it over. If your shoulder goes over the knee and you're able to clasp your ankle, go ahead and do that. If not, just gently press the elbow against the knee, turn over your right shoulder, either on your fingertips or the flat of your hand, not too far away from your lower back. So in this posture, one shoulder is kind of rolling forward to press against, and the other is opening up towards the back. So your back is twisted, an uneven feeling in your shoulders. You can relax the hand if you like, continue to gently press against your knee to twist more. Inhale deeply and stretch up, grow tall. As you exhale, twist a little bit more, holding here for 2 more breaths. And gently release. Come back to the center, bring the legs straight up, stretch out your legs for a moment, and let's try that again. Now if you're super flexible and it's fairly easy for you to reach forward and hold your ankle, you might want to try and bind, but only if you're feeling open in the lower back. So how do we bind? You bring your right arm under the left leg. Only if you have this flexibility in the shoulder. Don't force it, you can hurt yourself. And then wrap the other arm behind. Hold through both the hands and look over your left shoulder. So that's how we bind. If not, you're just going to hold on to the ankle or press against the knee with your right elbow. Left knee nice and firm, not pressing it out. Both hips firmly, both your sits bones firmly on the mat. Left hand behind you, look over your left shoulder. Hold the pose, but not your breath. Connect with your breath as you stretch. Just a few more breaths here. And gently release the pose. Straighten out the left leg, bend the right knee in, wherever your feet are comfortable. So you either have your foot against your calf or higher up, whatever feels good. And I'm going to show you how to bind the other way. So you inhale, bring your left arm up, cross it over. So you have the shoulder rolling forward and over the knee, and only then you pass your left arm underneath the leg. Only if you're feeling comfortable in your shoulder should you hold this position. You either have your fingertips touching or holding, clasping. If you're very flexible, you might be able to hold on to your wrist. Keep the left leg active, look over your right shoulder. If you're not able to bind, you're either pressing your elbow against your knee or holding on to your ankle, feeling a twist in your entire spine. This is wonderful for the digestive system as well. Holding here for a few more breaths. Inhale and straighten your back. As you exhale, twist over your right shoulder. One last long deep breath here. Exhale, release the pose. Hug your knees into your chest, releasing your lower back, releasing the entire back. So you twisted all the vertebrae, right and left. Now we're settling them back into position. So straighten up the back, pull the back up nice and strong, and then relax. You can rest your forehead on your knees for a while. Breathing here for Couple of breaths. Gently stretch up, keeping the upper body relaxed. Stretching out the neck, bring the chin up towards the sky. Bring it into your chest. Roll your head sideways, relax the upper back. And getting ready to lie down now. In the corpse pose, Shavasana. So rest your upper body, move your head to one side, try and bring your ear down to the floor. Do the same on the other side. Stretching your neck out completely. And then relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the arms, bringing the hands down to your sides, a little away from you. And bring one hand onto the navel, other hand onto the heart. Practicing a few yogic breaths to connect with your body. And then gently relax your arms by your side, spending a few moments with yourself, bringing your awareness to your physical body or to your energy body, just making a few final adjustments, adjusting your clothes if you want, getting ready to just lie there for a few seconds, a few minutes, or as long as you want to. Relax your jaw, relax the skin of your forehead, gently turning the corners of your mouth upwards. So those were our twisting poses. You need to be really careful when you're doing them. They're great. Twisting poses are great to detoxify the body, build suppleness in the spine, and feel good in the stomach as well, because you're getting a nice stretch in the stomach muscles, in the stomach organs, everything that's inside the stomach cavity. We did a forward bend as well today, and when you're doing your twisting and your forward bends, make sure that you don't overstretch. So twist to the point or stretch to the point where you're feeling comfortable, not pain in your lower back or in your hamstrings. Just be careful when you stretch at the beginning, because your body will open up slowly. A lot of us are very enthusiastic or very driven to get into that pose. I want to be in that pose, I want to hold that shape. But yoga gets you there slowly. The body opens up slowly like a flower that blooms from a bud. And it's very important to allow yourself that space and that time to get there. Don't be in a hurry. And next time we'll be doing a back strengthening practice. If you've had issues with your back, have trouble relaxing it, or just it feels achy from time to time, that would be a great class for you. You're watching Yoga with AJ, and I hope you've enjoyed practicing with me today. Remember to subscribe to the channel and leave your comments below.